Have you ever struggled to find your way forward? Do you ever get the feeling that you're getting it all wrong somehow because life shouldn't be this hard, messy, or painful? You're not alone. So many of us embark on a journey of healing, and yet few of us truly understand it. Trauma comes in many different forms, which means that the healing process will look different for each person, each day. Sometimes it's messy, ugly, and so raw that it hurts. Other times it feels easy, simple, and full of grace. Some days it's all about strength, and others all about vulnerability. Healing, is it worth it? Everyone talks about how important it is to heal from past wounds, but does it really matter? You just feel a little better in the end about yourself, right? Is it worth the cost of going through such a complex, messy, and very painful journey? Well, let's be honest, it's not that simple. It is true that you'll find yourself going through some painful and frustrating moments, but choosing to heal is to chart a course towards a life unburdened by your past, a life towards genuine happiness, contentment, and inner peace. It's a hard decision, but one that can be worthwhile. Still unconvinced? Let's take a look at how rewarding but also difficult the healing journey can be. It starts with acknowledgement. A common metaphor therapists like to use to talk about healing is to think of your emotional problems like a snail, slow but always steadily and persistently trailing behind you. You might try to outrun it, keep busy, and to always be on the move, but sooner or later you'll need to rest and take a break, and that's when it's going to catch up with you. No matter how hard you try to bury your feelings or ignore your emotional trauma, you'll never find true peace until you're willing to admit that you need healing and understand what you're healing from. It gets worse before it gets better. Whoever tells you that healing is easy is wrong. The truth is that the path to emotional healing often gets worse before it gets better. In order to fully heal your emotional wound, sometimes you'll need to reopen it. Healing involves acknowledging what happened and maybe revisiting painful moments, but in a safe space like in therapy or with loved ones. Pain is a natural part of this process. Most of us make the mistake of thinking that it's better to avoid these raw, visceral emotions, grief, anxiety, anger, fear. But that interferes with our natural ability to resolve that stress response and traps those emotions in our body. According to licensed therapist Emma McAdam, there's no way around it. You need to feel to heal. According to Dr. David Hanscom, repressing negative emotions will only intensify the pain, but embracing it allows us to become more resilient. Dr. Hanscom also mentions a process called pendulation, which is to allow yourself to be exposed to negative emotions at a level you can tolerate them. Then you pull back, take a moment to breathe, relax, meditate, and self-soothe, and re-engage when you're ready. So instead of getting consumed by your emotions or suppressing them in unhealthy ways, you teach your nervous system to self-regulate. It's not linear. What's frustrating is that healing your mind isn't the same as healing your body. When you're healing physical wounds, you get better and better until you're good as new. But when you're healing psychological wounds, you're not trying to return to where you were before, and you won't necessarily feel yourself getting noticeably better each day. Instead, there may be days where you make leaps of progress and others where you stumble back. And that's just a natural part of the process. Healing is far from being a straight path. It's a winding journey filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. The key is to take each day as it comes and keep pushing ahead. It doesn't happen overnight. Emotional healing is a journey, not a destination. You're not going to wake up one day and suddenly have everything figured out. Instead, it's more like planting a seed. You have to nurture it, water it, and give it plenty of sunlight for it to grow. Take a few minutes each day to jot down your thoughts and feelings, or practice mindfulness meditation. Reach out to your friends more and engage in activities that make you feel good, like exercise or creative expression. Healing requires intention, effort, patience, and self-compassion. So be gentle with yourself and understand that everything unfolds at its own pace. It's not about reaching some unattainable ideal, but rather growing into the best version of yourself. So take a breath, pat yourself on the back, and know that you're doing just fine. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is not permanent. While it can feel overwhelming at times, pain is simply a response to your emotional wounds. And sometimes emotional pain can manifest in physical ways, such as muscle tension, fatigue, headaches, chest pain, a weakened immune system, or an increased sensitivity to pain, according to Emma McAdam. Healing isn't about getting rid of that pain, but learning to live with it, accepting it as part of who you are without letting it define you. Embracing vulnerability is hard, but the human spirit is resilient, and you are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. You've survived every bad day, every heartache, every setback, and here you are, still standing. You have the power to overcome whatever life throws your way. It's all worth it in the end. So now you know, emotional healing can be uncomfortable, exhausting, and downright painful at times. And it might be the most difficult thing you'll ever have to do, but it'll also be the most rewarding and transformative journey you'll ever embark on. Imagine a life where you're no longer weighed down by the burdens of your past, where you can look in the mirror and truly love the person staring back at you. When you invest in healing, you're investing in genuine happiness, contentment, and inner peace. It brings you a deeper sense of self-love, self-acceptance, healthier connections, and helps you reclaim power over your life. By letting go of the past, you're creating space for new opportunities and experiences to enter your life. Remember, discomfort is not your enemy, but your compass. Growth is a cycle of suffering, healing, and happiness. So, to anyone out there on their healing journey, know that we're rooting for you. You are capable, you are resilient, and you are worthy of every joy that awaits you on the other side of healing. It's okay to feel uncomfortable, it's okay to struggle, but never forget that you're worth the effort, and you don't have to do it all alone. Reach out to friends, family, and mental health professionals. We have a whole community here at Psych2Go you can connect with. So feel free to share your stories, insights, and encouragement down below. And for more thought-provoking videos like this, click here to learn about how childhood emotional abuse affects you as an adult, and how to detach yourself from someone you love. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.